and I, we decided we were going to go on a camping trip together, and, to be one with nature, Now, before I really get going on this topic, I would like to state the fact and have you know that I have not gone on a camping trip since this camping trip. So, there we go. Just that previously, I've gone to other camping trips before this one that I'm about to tell you, but I have not gone on a camping trip since the one I'm about to tell you. Maybe you'll see why. Okay, so me and my buddy, we decided, oh hey, let's go be one with nature, right? Let's go on a camping trip. So we loaded up a tent. We got our cooler filled with sodas, and we brought meat, and we were going to do a little barbecue out in nature, and we were just going to, go drive up in the mountains and pick a mountain and climb it, and then come back down and grill some food and be like, yeah, this is what you need, because, I grew up in the sticks, I'm a country puppet, right? This is my country roots. I grew up in the sticks, man, and sometimes it's good to just get out, experience nature, experience life. It just feels good. It just feels good. I haven't been out in a long time, mainly because I like my room. All my stuff is here. So it's been a little bit, and I'm in the city now. Oh, the country puppet moves to the big city and doesn't get out much no more. That's so backwards. Like, when I lived in the country, I would get out all the time. Now that I live in the big city, I never get out. Now that there's, stuff to do, I don't want to do it. But that being said, so we loaded up a truck, and we went out in the country, and we were experiencing life, all that life has to offer. That's great and all, that's great and all. We did find a mountain that we wanted to just hike to the top to, and it was really cool, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing. You get the freshest air on the face of the planet, and we made it to the top, and we're like, yeah, best friends, we high-fived. How did we high-five? But the sentiment was there. And so we walked back down to our little camping area. We already set up the tent and everything, right? We weren't far away. Now, for the record, this was not an actual campgrounds where we stayed. We just went and found a nice little spot somewhere, popped up a tent, and then just hung out there, That's what you do in the country. You find a nice little spot, you set up camp, and then you just enjoy life. Enjoy some life. That's what we're doing. So we got back down from the hike, and we barbecued up our meat. It was so delicious. We had our soda. We were just kicking back in our chairs, just like, oh man, what a good ass day, right? This is a good ass day. It's an amazing ass day. And I'm just like, oh man, feeling it. So we decided, after the time came, it was like nighttime. We decided, time to turn in, right? Time to, and here's where it begins. Here's where the stuff begins. I know you're saying, sounds like a pretty normal camping trip, right? Yeah. Up until this point, pretty damn normal. Now, let me elaborate on something before I really get into this. Our tent is, has these little circle holes in 3 of the corners of the tent. There's a hole in this corner, a hole in that corner, a hole in that corner, right? The hole is only the size of maybe the size of a football, right? And they're little, but they have drawstrings around them, and you could seal them up, or you could leave them open to create a draft, let some fresh air in while you're sleeping. We had all 3 open. Okay, now, let's proceed on with our story. So, we're fast asleep. I'm a deep sleeper. I'm a deep sleeper, man. I can sleep through anything. I think my buddy's a deep sleeper too, right? So we're all asleep, right? And our heavy ass, breath is creeping out of these holes, right? And apparently, it's enticing to some things. Apparently. Let me get it. Okay. So, we sleep all night, right? The vestiges of morning are creeping and shining on our tent. Now, here you go. I was laying on my back, right? And I remember opening my eyes, and right above me, on the ceiling, inside of the fucking tent, there's a spider. There is a spider on the inside of our tent, right above my head. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm just waking up, right? I'm just waking up. And my eyes are coming into focus slowly, and I'm like, is that a spider? Oh shit, that's a spider. Oh, I know that's a spider inside. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I don't want to make any sudden movement, because if I make a sudden movement, that spider could fall on my face. And I really don't like that. There's certain things in life that I don't need to try to know that I don't like it. This is one of them. I don't need a spider to fall on my face to know that I do not want a spider falling on my face. Like, that's just, certain things in life. That's one of them. I don't want a spider on my face. So I'm trying to be like an expert slidish, maneuverer. An expert maneuverer. We'll go with that. I'm like, okay, maybe I can just kind of like wiggle my way out of this tent, get away from this fucking spider, right? So I look down at my sleeping bag, and what do I see? More spiders. More fucking spiders. They're on my sleeping bag. And then, this is like my, not to be bad pun reference, but my spidey sense kicked in at this particular moment because I start looking around the tent, start scanning the inside of the fucking tent, and it's like, there's spiders everywhere. There's spiders inside our tent everywhere. And it's, you know what, internet, if you haven't had your blood go from 0 to 100% boiling, if you've never experienced that in your life, it is, it shakes you. It shakes you to your core of your person, your humanness. It's been shaken to your core, and it's just like, it's when I realized the scenario of what I was in, I was sleeping in a tent filled with spiders. Now you're wondering, what type of spiders were they? I don't give a fuck. They're scary as shit. They're fucking spiders. They had like big old bodies and like like some long legs, and they were everywhere. It doesn't matter. They're spiders. They're all straight spiders. I woke up, and when I finally realized that I was completely all surrounded by them, oh my gosh, I started shaking like crazy. I was climbing out of the sleeping bag. I couldn't unzip the tent fast enough. Like, I remember like zipping the zipper down, and then I did a somersault roll out of the tent, and I started shaking and rubbing my hands all over my body and like rolling on the ground like I was fucking on fire, right? And then I was like, get my shirt off, and I was jumping up and down, and in the commotion of me doing the get this fucking spiders off my body dance, my buddy woke up, and I believe he found out the same thing I found out. I found out a little sooner. Sure as shit, he came tumbling out deep with this close up doing the it's on me dance, it's on me dance. He's just like, we collapsed after we got situated, right? We realized there was no spiders on one another. We collapsed the tents, and we just started stomping the shit out of the entire tent. Die spiders! Die spiders! Apparently, our warm breath attracted the shit out of them, and those little air vents was enough for them to be like, oh yeah, look at this nice ass tent. Oh, hey, billions of spider friends and family, why don't you come on in? This place is great. Come on in. Bring everyone, like, oh my god, there was so many spiders. There were so many spiders. Ugh. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but for a short while, like I didn't, it's just such a feeling. Still kind of creepy crawlies my skin, man. I'll tell you that. Anyway, so we collapsed the tent. We stepped on it. We just smashed it. Like, die spiders. And they were like, we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave the tent here. Like, it's just, I'm not taking a tent full of spiders back home. Like, it's gone. It's dead to us now. The tent is dead. Someone will find use of it somewhere. And we loaded up the ice chest, and we drove the hell away as fast as we could. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a good little bit of time where if anything, and I'm saying fucking anything, touched my skin, I would just be like, I'd slap it. I just like I would have that nervous reaction. It's another spider. It's on me. It's another one. It took a little while. For that to go away. But yeah. So there you go. Moral of the story is, if you're camping in an area that you are not familiar with, that is not a campground, and you have little air vent holes in your tent, seal them up. Don't leave them open. Might want to close them before you go to bed. It's okay to let a draft in while you're up, but before you go to bed, you might want to seal the holes. That's the moral of the story. And yeah. And like I said, I haven't gone camping since. I might be inclined to go camping again. Very possible. But I'll tell you what, if I have a tent that has air holes in it, they are getting sealed the fuck up before I go to bed. There you go.